In this video, it's all about, I'm going to show you the 5 steps that you need to take to let go of fear and step into your dreams in a peaceful and abundant state. These are the 5 things that we are going to go over today. I am so excited to share these all with you all. If you are watching live, just go ahead and just type in replay. If you're doing it on a replay, if you're watching live, type in live and type in where you're from. So what we're going to go over today is 1, how to not let circumstance stop you from your dreams. This is something that I hear so much every single week, and I want to just talk about this. 2, how to see circumstance in and of itself. 3, the connection, this is interesting, the connection between circumstance and the inner critic, and how to solve the tricky inner critic that we all have, and how to heal that inner critic back into our inner child, and then how to take that inner child energy and accomplish your dreams. That's big. And I don't know if you may have, never heard someone put it like that, but when you see life through this way, I'm telling you, your life will not look the same. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. Hello, all the beautiful viewers at home watching this on Facebook right now. How y'all doing? Go ahead and just tell me where y'all from. And yeah, just hold on one second. Okay, cool. Yeah, we are from and what it is that resonates with you in today's message. So back to my notes here. So first and foremost, how to not let circumstance stop you from your dreams. See, most people allow circumstance and allow things and events and occurrences that happen in their life stop them from what they truly want to achieve. I see, so many times people think that their dreams are not possible because other people have laughed at them. I've talked to so many people who have messaged me and said that, so many people have laughed at their dreams. Hell, 5 years ago for me, the principal of my school told me to my face that no one would buy my services. So I might as well not even be an entrepreneur, right? And so, or like I would hear of other people who would allow circumstance or like say, oh man, I'm a single mom, so I can't start my own business. Or, oh man, like I'm a single dad, so, I don't have time for myself. Or like they would let circumstance and they would let all these things get in the way of their dreams. And they would let these excuses pile up year in and year out until they're tired and until, enough is enough. And so the way first and foremost of not allowing circumstances to stop you from your dreams is to understand how to see circumstance in and of itself, right? How to see circumstance in and of itself. See, most people, and this is what I've kind of recognized, let me know if this resonates with you all, but most people, they would, have a dream, right? And if their mom or if their dad or if their, their surroundings or their environment disapproved of that dream or shot down that dream, to them, that is saying, okay, well, this doesn't exist because why is my reality giving me such strong feedback the opposite way? And so people would like say, okay, well, since everybody in my surroundings don't think it exists, well, it doesn't exist. And then they never attempt their dreams and then they're stuck in the same circumstance. And what we have to realize, and like, let me know if this is making sense for you all. Let me know, if this is resonating for you all, because so many times, if we're not careful, we can end up, think about this, y'all, think about this. If we're not careful, we can end up in life just responding to circumstances, never creating anything in our life. What do I mean by that? I mean that there are always things that are happening in our life, right? Surprises, fires, or like all these things that are happening. So, for example, if, you got into a car accident, what I would normally hear is that, if someone has been like on a good path, right? Someone has been, manifesting, they've been on this positive energy journey, they're feeling good, and then something happens, right? I hear this all the time, almost on a weekly basis, right? Something happens, and then now you're not feeling now you're not feeling good at all. Some circumstance happened, and now your whole energy is drained, your whole momentum is gone. Put a 1 in the comment section below or down below if that has happened to you. Right? Put a 1 if you was trying to manifest, trying to do something, and then a circumstance happened, like you got a bill or your account got overdraft or a family emergency or a medical emergency or, something happened to where it just shifted all of reality, and now you're in this stuck energy state, and now, poof, right? There go all of that momentum that you was trying to garnish. The reason why this happens is because we do not understand circumstance. It's because when we see circumstance and we see either, an experience that happens to us, an unforeseen experience that happens to us, happen in our life, we then take and create our own meaning, saying, you know what? Since this happened in my life, well, that just lets me know that I'm not supposed to do this. But here's the truth. Circumstances and things are always going to come up. And if you have a victim mentality of looking at life and being like, wow, like every single time something bad happens to me, like why are all these things happening to me? Why? That's the wrong question that you're asking. The question that you need to be asking is, what is this showing me? What is this teaching me that I'm not looking at, that I'm not seeing right now? And so, when it comes to circumstance, and it comes to us looking at circumstance, I want you to see circumstance differently now, right? I want you to see circumstance as things that are coming up to test you, to see if you are serious enough for your dreams. Because it's so interesting, right? It's like the moment that you tell the universe or God or whatever it is that you believe in, the moment that you declare that this is what you're going to do, or this is what you want to do with your life, people around you judge you, or talk about you, or something happens in your life, or something comes to test you to see how serious you are about what you just said. And see, the problem is that we take that test the wrong way. We take the test, oh man, since I'm getting resistance from my environment, from this belief, and that means that it's not true. What we need to be saying is, no, this resistance is coming to me so that I can better refine my dream and press through. Because if you want to press through and make your dreams a reality, then you're going to need a lot of energy, right? You're going to need a lot of energy because so many of us focus on circumstance. Meaning we only focus on the bills we got to pay every single month. We only focus on the job that we have. We only focus on coming home, right? Like watching our favorite TV show, putting the kids to bed and then getting back up and doing the same thing. We only focus on circumstance. And so if we only focus on circumstance 99% of the day, we will get nowhere a whole year later. So what I, tell people to do, because I hear this all the time, right? People have these dreams. They want to start their own businesses. They want to, have their own lifestyle. They want to be free. They want to do so many things, but they just only focus on circumstances, only focusing on these things that are just in their environments. If you focus on your environment, you will become your environment. In order to create something new in your already existing environment, you must consistently create a new vision in your mind, right? I made this post last week. And the post was talking about how, there's two differences between realism. Real to a negative person and real to a positive person are two completely different things. And so with that being said, going into how if realism operates as two different things in two different people's minds, we gotta understand that the way that we see circumstance also operates differently, right? Circumstance is somebody who is naturally positive, naturally optimistic. They will see that circumstance and they'll be like, okay, this is just here to test me. Like if you look and if you watch podcasts of any successful person, they've all had tests, right? They all had times where their dreams were put to the test, where the universe was testing them to see how serious were they about truly executing on their dreams. And they all have to say, man, that bad experience happened, but I saw it as a test to make me stronger, not as something telling me to stop. That is the key. That is one of the keys. And so now I want to get to the next key, which is the connection between the circumstance and the inner critic. Now, this is interesting, and I haven't seen much people talk about this on the internet, so I'm excited to talk about this because, like I said, if we focus on circumstance for so long, we can never create our dreams, right? I'm going to give you my example in my own life, how I, went from a broke college student living in, and I'm about to make a post about this, right? But like a broke college student living in my parents' house to like, 5 years later, me now, towards I'm financially free, towards I get to literally wake up and create my own lifestyle and live my own way, the way I want to live, because I had a dream 5 years ago and I did not quit on it. I did not allow circumstance. I did not allow other people. I did not allow even my own inner critic to stop it, which comes into play with the inner critic. Because what I have, like seen and operated in life is that if you have unhealed trauma plus a lot of negative thinking, you will have a inner critic version, or like an inner critic character in your head that is, like chronically sabotaging everything that you do. And it's interesting too, because it makes sense. Because check this out, right? If there is a connection between your inner critic and like circumstance, and this whole idea of like, oh man, like when something bad happens, there's a part of your brain that goes off and just say, see, I told you so. See, I told you nobody believed in you. I told you this can never happen. I told you you're a failure. I told you. And it's just stabbing you with the flares of I told you. That's your inner critic. So every single time a circumstance comes up, right, that, like a circumstance comes up that thwarts you from your ability to move forward in a goal, your inner critic is the first one on the scene. Your inner critic is like, see, I told you. See, I told you wasn't shit. See, I told you you couldn't do that. See, I told you you couldn't do this. Right. And see, it's in order for us to strongly detach from how we see circumstance and how we see the events that happen in our life, we must heal that inner critic. See, now I'm preaching. We must heal that inner critic though, because it is ultimately that inner critic that if you keep that inner critic as the main frame in your mind, whatever circumstances that is around, your inner critic will look for something negative, will look for a negative meaning to make out of the like situation. Let me say that again for the people in the back. If you do not heal your inner critic, every single time a circumstance pops up in your life, your inner critic will negatively make a meaning out of that situation over and over again until you heal it. Now, the question is, Durant, well, that's a great point. Well, who is the inner critic? I believe the inner critic is the inner child. I believe the inner critic is the part of ourselves that we have suppressed and been told to suppress by society that now has grown disgruntled, that has grown, like kind of feeling some type of way because you've been suppressing its voice for so long. And now it's just negative about everything. Because like, well, shit, if I can't see daylight, nobody's gonna see daylight. If I can't be happy, no one's gonna be happy. I'm gonna make negativity everywhere I go until I'm happy, right? That's what the inner critic is like saying. But in order for us to heal the inner critic, I don't know if y'all watched the movie Soul or not, but let me tell you, if you got a family, which, and you got Disney Plus, watch the movie Soul, because in the movie Soul, there was a scene, I'm gonna try to find a scene for y'all, but there was a scene where like they was talking about the lost souls and how a soul can get lost, by like, kind of getting the flow or kind of like, get in some traumatic event. And that soul that starts off as this bright, beautiful, blissful star becomes this negative monster over time. And in the movie, it's about the main character, like, because like I believe, like he becomes Tari, or like, the character that he was helping becomes like this tar-like creature. And it's all about that character healing the layers of tar that has been entrenched around his psyche, that has been like entrenched around its heart, right? So many people I talk to say they feel heavy right here, right? Some people I talk to say that they just always feeling stressed and feeling heavy on their back, on their chest, or like right here, and their neck, right? Like that is those physical symptoms are coming from somewhere. They are coming from somewhere. And the quicker you heal them, the quicker those symptoms are no longer there. And so, and in order to like heal the inner critic back to inner child, it's a process, right? Like I really wish it was just a quick tip I can give you. It's a process. And that's why for the past 5 years, I have been, helping people with this process, because it's hard, it's tricky, and a lot of people go to therapy to try to do it, and it may not work, or do other different things. And so that's why I've created my own process to really help people heal, because I don't believe in coping. I don't believe, and I don't, I don't really believe in coping. I don't believe that we have to cope. Really, really, really like cope with trauma the rest of our life, or bipolar disorder, or like negativity, or like depression, or suicide ideation. I don't believe we have to cope with that for the rest of our life. So I tell, the people like that come into, my training, I say, look, like, everyone has like different care teams with their, different doctors and therapists and physicians, and have that. But also know that like that you can live a life of peace. If you heal the inner critic inside of you, and revert its form back in its original nature into the inner child, that divine glow that just comes up out of you, that like twinkle in your eye, right? Like when you're really on the flow, right? When you heal your like energy to where your energy naturally is residing in the inner child frequency, your nervous system becomes relaxed. You're breathing so much longer. And, now you're like able to like really go through life with so much more positive, powerful energy. And guess what? Because you heal your like inner critic to your inner child, you now are able to not make such a negative meaning out of situations in life. See, the way that I help, my clients heal themselves is that I have a process called, Duran's alchemy, which is my own version of alchemy. And alchemy means to transform something from one state, which is a lower negative state, into a higher vibration. And so I've created a process to where it's like I've been able to help clients create clarity from trauma, and create and like find where the epicenters of trauma are at in their life, that where all these things kind of happen, whether it be big or small, and heal them, heal those kind of wounds on a mental level, emotional level, spiritual level, and physical level. That is all holistic, so that they get a full 360 viewpoint of how to transform themselves. And once they heal these like tarry kind of negative energies that has been stuck, like this one guy said on the phone call, like a 16-ton weight in the middle of his chest. Once they begin to heal those and transform that into like a feeling of feathers on your chest, they're not able to do so much more in their life, because nothing is holding them down. They don't feel tired all the time. Now, when they come home, they can have more time to think about their dreams. Okay, and so, if you're interested in that process of healing, definitely DM me and reach out to me. And so now it's like, so, once you heal the inner critic and transform the inner critic back into its original nature, which is the inner child, which is where that natural glow, that natural zest, that natural imagination, that like natural ability to just imagine, create, and just expand without any limits, that part of you is back. Because I hear so much, right, man, I want to get back to the confident version of me when I was in my 20s. I hear that all the time. Or I want to get back to the confident version of me in my early 30s, or when in my teenage years, or in college, or in high school, or, when I have my first wife, right? Like, but it's like, people say that I want to get back to, but they don't also realize what is stopping them from getting back to that state. And so what is stopping them from getting back to that state? That inner critic. That is from the formula that we made, that I will make a video for. The formula that we made is unhealed trauma plus negative thinking equals a chronic, inner critic. There you go. There you go. And so if you heal the unhealed trauma, if you reprogram the negative thinking, over time, you become a new version of yourself. And that is what I specifically specialize in with my clients. And so now, how then do we take this inner child energy, and how do we, harness it so that we can accomplish our dreams and goals? See, a lot of the adults that I work with, people, who got kids themselves, people who got families, all that stuff like that. A lot of people that I talk to, they want to accomplish their like dreams and goals, but they want to do it with dead energy, which is why it's such a struggle in the first place, right? So you need new energy. It's just like a car. It's like, how are we going to go somewhere down? How are we going to go? If I'm in Florida, how am I going to drive to Atlanta if I don't got no fuel? It ain't going to work. I need fuel. So same thing, you need fuel to go to your dreams. Well, what is a fuel? The beautiful part about us is that we come with everything that we need. So the fuel is already inside of you. The fuel is that inner child energy. Right? When I get my clients to connect back to their center, because we get so serious, we forget the point of life. And which is why I'm all about goofiness, which is why I'm all about fun, which is why like you see me high vibe and high energy, because I tell people, I'm like, look, you don't gotta live a life where you're just dreadful and just moopy all damn day, or moody all day, or in an attitude all day, or have negative thinking casting a thick cloud around you to where you can't see, back, forth, behind, like to where you can't see nothing. That don't have to be. You can live a life where like you're just naturally positive, you're just naturally upbeat. Have you ever, seen those people who are just naturally on fire, naturally energetic, and they may piss you off a little bit, but they only piss you off because you're not in the energy state, and part of you feels some type of way about that. It's like those people who just got so much energy, you can access that. We just got to remove everything that is halting your energy, and that's what I work with my clients on. And so, but like, we, because it's hustle and bustle in society, like we don't really understand these like deeper connections here. That like, wait, no, this inner critic, this voice, this damn near character, I got to do something about that. I can't have that just continue to go on. Because most people don't mind their bad habits, and most people don't mind their negative thinking. They just think, hell, it is what it is. And so I want you to think through that, really like, okay, like now, how can we take that divine child energy, that inner child energy, and use it as fuel to get us to where we want to get to in life? How can we do that? Well, we can do that by taking that energy and flowing it into a structure of creating our dream and creating our new version of ourselves, right? Once we take the energy, it's kind of like a mold, right? We take the energy and we kind of pour it into this mold of this new identity, this new person, this new version that we want to become. And then as we are naturally accessing that inner child energy every single day, we're pumping that into our actions every single day. Now our actions are more energized. Now you're just flowing. Now life is starting to actually move because you can't do a damn thing without energy. You can't do nothing monumental in your life without energy. And so that's what it's all about. It's about healing the energy inside and resetting the mind so that your energy is a new place, your mind is a new place. And, this is what it's all about. And because if you want to achieve your like dreams and goals, that is the way. I was talking to this woman, and this whole experience right here, this is what really sparked this whole video. I was talking to this woman, and she messaged me because she was signed up into Inner Alchemy Academy, which is my 3-month process to help people heal every single trauma that's happened to them in their life, and then reprogram every single thought process in their life. It is a deep, powerful, profound process that has transformed countless lives all over the world. And so I was talking to this woman, and she was supposed to enroll that day, and she messaged me earlier that day. She said, I'm going to literally read it to you verbatim. She said, hey, Duran, I don't think I can come in right now because because my furnace just overblew. She lived in Michigan, and like another emergency just happened. And she was frustrated. She was really frustrated when we got on the call. She was like, man, I'm so sorry, man. Like I really want to come into the program right now, but like It's like, then she said, every single time I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to my goal, I feel like circumstance or something happens which just knocks me off, and now my energy is just all over the place. Now I don't feel like doing anything. Now, I'm just back into that rut again. And I told her, I said, well, wait a second here, like, let's talk through that. Because, and that's when I told her, I said, hey, as far as for like circumstance, right, one person sees circumstance and they allow it to stop them from their goals. Another person sees a circumstance and that turns them on, right? That like turns them on, that makes them be like, oh, wow, circumstance, resistance from the universe. Ooh, I'm getting close, right? Two different, complete different mindsets, two complete different emotions run through their bodies with the same experience. And so I told her that I said, yo, like, if you want to do something bold with your life, if you want to change the pattern of the past 30 years that your life has been going down, you got to do a bold decision. And I told her, I said, like, you got to think through the lens of, wait a second, this circumstance, wait a second. Me getting mad at the circumstance and me falling into that madness is the trap in and of itself. And I told her, I said, bro, that's a trap in and of itself. If you just emotionally detach from those circumstances and you view them from a higher level of life, and be like, okay, like, in the context of everything going on in my life, this is happening at this point in time. Okay, what's going on, right? By you looking at it from a higher level, a sounder, more observed, grounded level of view, you now have like you can see it completely clearly, right? And so I said, look at it from up above. Like, you're like looking at it from inside of the storm. Look at it from an eagle that hovers above the storm. Look at it from that angle. And I said, it's like, if you see this circumstance as, wait a second, this is just another thing that if I, keyword, allow it to stop me, I will be in this exact same place next year. If I see it and still be like, I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm not going to let it stop me from my goals or stop my energy, then you will succeed. And I told her that. And, then I said, and then she also said something else. She said, I always feel like I'm always putting, another expense or another emergency or another person's emergency or my family's emergencies like before mine. And I said, well, yeah, like, how long are you going to keep that up? I'm like, well, if you're going to keep that up, like, how long do you want to keep that up? And she was like, I don't want to keep it up for long. Then I said, if you don't want to keep it up for long, how you need to look at this program is that you need to look at this investment not as an extra bill, but as back pay. As back pay for all the times you've paid everybody else, all the times you've invested your money into all this other stuff that you didn't even need for yourself, but for somebody else or to appease somebody else's emotions, because usually in your empathic flow, like, you consider this investment as back pay to yourself from all the time that you should have put yourself first, but you didn't. And allowing this to be the first step, allowing this to be the first initial catalytic moment for you to put yourself first, to finally put yourself first, your needs, your healing, your rewiring, your whole piece first in your life. And she felt that. And she came into the program. Why? Because she knew something. She understood in that moment. She reached crystal clear clarity. She was like, wow, I can either allow this to stop me or make this be the biggest reason as to why I should go forward and put myself first. Because that's what this is all about, right? Like, when circumstances happen, our dreams are not put on the back burner. Only if your mindset allows it, though. If you're truly tired, right? Tony Robbins said something. This is so powerful, right? And I think I will end the recording on this. Tony Robbins said something. He said, he asked a bunch of successful people in Silicon Valley one time. He said, why did you fail? The whole crowd in unison said, because I didn't have the money. Tony Robbins said, bullshit. He said, that's not the reason why. He said the reason why you felt is because you didn't have the emotional resolve to access the abundant and resourceful thinking that is needed to create wealth materially. He said, you didn't have the emotional will, that resolve, that hunger to go make a way when there was no foreseeable way. That's why you didn't fail. I'm sorry, that's why you failed. And the whole crowd shut up because they knew he was right. And that's the deepest level of circumstance, right? Because people think, oh man, I don't have the money right now, circumstance. But then it's like, no, you didn't get to that emotional resolve hungry enough. And I was on the phone with this one woman one time, and I told her, I said, hey, it's similar. It's like your child, God forbid, is sick. You're not just gonna be like, oh man, my child is sick. Oh, well, fuck it. Well, there we go. They're sick. I can't do shit about it. No, that mother instinct, that mother bear instinct is gonna kick in and gonna make a will out of no way. It's just gonna, no, we're gonna find a situation, we're gonna find a doctor, we're gonna get the finances, we're gonna get the money, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do because this is important to me. But the problem is, especially empaths, especially people who put circumstance and everything else before themselves, is that we were taught that we are not important enough to be put first on the list. Especially, and I also see this, especially in people who have siblings growing up, or who parents were like emotionally unavailable. So it was like they were never taught they were important because they had to watch over their younger siblings, or because they had to keep the house maintained, or because they had to like help their like parents in some shape, form, or fashion. But understanding that like, no, it's your emotional resolve that sees through to make your like dream become real. And I'm just, casting this, energy to you all from the epicenter of my heart in the form of words to let you know that your dream is powerful. Your dream is real. You need the right process, the right system, and the right community that supports, helps, and respects you to help you make that happen. And so in recap, right, if you want the right process, the right step-by-step process to heal this inner critic, turn this inner critic and back into the inner child, and then use the inner child energy to accomplish and achieve your goals, then you need to reach out to me and see if my university and my community, global community, can help you achieve these things in your life. If, so like if you message me, like we'll have a phone call, and then if I can help you, I will let you know that. If I cannot assist you, I will transparently let you know that on the phone call, because I don't waste my time. And I respect my time and your time as well. And if I believe I can assist a soul in his lifetime, you will energetically feel that from my energy. If I can't help you, I'll gladly point you to somebody else. And so, yeah, if that resonates with you, go ahead, DM me, and we can get you sorted and get you into Inner Alchemy Academy. But to recap this powerful, powerful video, first and foremost, how to not let circumstance stop you from your dream. We got to see circumstance differently. We got to see circumstance in the way that, hey, it's not there to stop you from your goals. It's there to help you, motivate you to keep going. It's there to refine you because diamonds are made under pressure. Okay, and then 2, the connection between the circumstance and inner critic. The moment a negative thing happens in your life, the inner critic jumps in, like, I told you so, 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 right? Like, we gotta heal that person, that inner critic, back to your inner child. I have a process to help you do that. And then to the inner child energy, and put that into your body, into your plan, into a step-by-step plan to accomplish your like dreams. I also help with that in Inner Alchemy Academy. And then when you do that, your life will not be the same, because you took the things that was troubling you, that was criticizing you, that was halting you, and you made them the actual bridge to get you over to the other world. So hope you all got something from this amazing live and amazing video. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of it. And like I said, if you want that process to heal and a community of other people who also invest in themselves, let me know. Who this is for, just to let people know, this is for people who are 100% serious about their development in life, right? So if you feel that you truly are tired of your state in life, and if you look at your past 365 days of experience, and if you're like, this past 365 days cannot be the next 365 days, I need to change for me and my family's sake, DM me. Then we'll get you sorted. And then, yeah, I hope you all have a beautiful, powerful, productive, peaceful, positive, what's the P word? peaceful, positive, pretty, proud day. Duran Essex, spiritual life coach. Much love in this home and much love in your home. I will talk to you all soon. Learn, you relearn. Yes, Patricia, wait, hold on. We got some comments. I haven't seen the comments. Jonathan B. Bigelow said, I have good things to say about this guy. Thanks, bud. Oh, what's up? What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, man? Unlearning, pose. Unlearning, you relearn. Patricia, you said pose. What does pose mean? I'm confused a little bit. But unlearn, precious. Oh, okay. Give me some words. Okay, there we go. Right. Thank you. Patient, precious, progressive, peaceful, positive, productive. Patricia Day. Thank you so much for those. So yeah, love you all so much. Much love from my heart to your home. And like I said, any questions, DM me. And if you also to relearn, no, it's okay, Patricia. No problem. If you have any questions, just DM me, let me know. And Patricia, thank you so much for that. I love all those P words. Like, I love the P words. Yeah, have a beautiful day, you all. Duran out.